the Condor and the storm. High above the clouds, where the world seemed carved from stone and sky, there lived a young condor named Amaru. He was the smallest of his kind, his wings not as wide, his feathers not as grand. The elder condors teased him, saying, "Stay near the cliffs, little one. The storms will tear you apart." But Amaru dreamed of flying higher above the tallest peaks, beyond where even the clouds could reach. He would spend hours watching the horizon, where the Andes touched heaven, and whisper, "One day I'll see the sun before it rises." One morning, when the world was still wrapped in mist, Amaru spread his wings and leapt. For a while, he soared joyfully. The wind lifted him, the valleys echoed with his cries, and his shadow danced on the mountain slopes below. But as the day grew, dark clouds began to gather, a storm coming fast from the Pacific. The elder condors called, "Come back, Amaru." No one flies through the storm. But he didn't turn back. He wanted to prove that he could fly as high and strong as any of them. Lightning split the sky. The wind screamed. The storm swallowed him whole. Rain struck like stones, tossing him higher, then hurling him downward. He tried to glide, but the wind ripped through his wings. He crashed against a ledge, pain slicing through him. When he awoke, he was lying in a valley, his wing twisted, his feathers torn. The storm had passed, but so had his strength. Days turned into weeks. Amaru could not fly. He limped through the grasslands, watching other birds soar freely above him. Perhaps the elders were right, he thought bitterly. Maybe I was never meant for the sky. He began to live among the llamas and alpacas that grazed nearby, helping a young shepherd girl named Nina who found him after the storm. Nina fed him grain, cleaned his feathers, and whispered to him each night, "Don't lose your wings, my friend. Even mountains must rest before they rise." Her kindness gave him peace, but in his heart, he feared he would never fly again. One afternoon, as Amaru rested near the hills, dark clouds gathered once more. The wind roared down the valley, stronger than before, and the shepherd girl's flock scattered in terror. Nina cried out, chasing after them, but a great gust knocked her to the ground, and she tumbled toward a steep ravine. Amaru saw her fall. Without thinking, he ran, spreading his broken wings. The pain was blinding, but his heart burned with something greater than fear. As Nina slipped toward the edge, he leapt into the air. The wind struck him, but this time he didn't fight it, he rode it. He caught her sleeve with his claws, and, using every bit of his strength, guided her away from the cliff. They crashed safely onto the grass below. For a moment, neither moved. Then, slowly, Amaru looked around. He was flying. Not high, not strong, but flying. In the weeks that followed, Amaru's wings grew stronger. Every sunrise, he climbed a little higher. And one day, as Nina waved from below, he rose above the peaks higher than any condor had gone before. The clouds surrounded him, soft and endless, and the first rays of sunlight broke through, painting his feathers gold. He laughed, a cry that echoed across the valleys. Down below, the elder condors watched in silence. One of them said quietly, "The little one has flown where none of us dared." From that day, the people of the Andes told the story of Amaru, the condor who rode the storm, who learned that courage is not in never falling, it's in rising again, even when your wings are broken. Moral of the story: courage is not the absence of fear or failure, it's the strength to rise again when the world has knocked you down. Storms don't break the brave. They teach them how to fly higher.